Hi everyone, it's Sarah and I am back. Yes, I have been gone for a while. I am really sorry. I have a good excuse though. A couple. The excuses are that we have all had the plague. No, but it feels like it. We seriously have been run down with the worst luck. My whole family have just been sick week after week after week, whether it's cold sores, hand, foot, and mouth, the flu, the runs, you name it. I'm pretty sure we've had it. So I haven't been in the vlogging space of mine, whatever. I had my stepbrother here and he was actually living down here underneath, and I just felt really weird vlogging and him hearing me talking to myself when he knew no one else was home. So that was another reason, and just been really tired, and if I feel like and look like crap, I just don't want to vlog. But I have an excuse to vlog now. Why? Because I'm pregnant. I am pregnant. What's that? I am pregnant. Yes. And I'm not just 4 weeks along or 5 weeks along or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11. I'm actually 12 tomorrow. And I really am sorry that I've left it till now to let you guys know. Because I know, I'll let you guys know, I think I was 4 or 5 weeks with Aria, and but as I said, there's just been so much going on, and I wanted to have a scan last week, and you know, just to make sure everything's okay. So yes, here I am doing my 12-week pregnancy vlog, but I'll kind of go back a little bit further and I'll let you know how I came to be that I found out I was pregnant. We were not expecting it, people. We were not trying. I'm due in December. We weren't going to try until December. So luck has it, I am pregnant. So obviously someone out there wanted me to have a third baby, and we were excited, of course, but through this video I'll be telling you my real feelings about it, and they're not the best, but some are. So anyway, we'll go back to 3.5 weeks. I had a suspicion I was pregnant because I was having dizzy spells every time I'd hop up, and that was exactly what was happening when I was pregnant with Aria. Every time I'd hop up, I'd go, whoa, and I'd have to catch myself. So I was like, whoa, that's weird. What else? That was pretty much it. Then I said to Wade, you know what, I bet I'm pregnant. He was like, yeah, whatever. Because it took like a year for my son and Aria, and the one time we're not careful, boom, I wasn't even tracking my ovulation, so I didn't even know if I was ovulating, because it was only like, you know, 3 months after I stopped breastfeeding, I think. So I ended up getting a test, and a faint slime, like I'm sure even more faint than my other 2 pregnancies. Had to go outside with I'm like, wait, do you see something? And he's like, oh, I think so. So he was pretty excited. Ended up getting a blood test to confirm, and sure enough, my HCG was like 121, so I was super duper early, like 3.5, 4 weeks pregnant. Going back from the first day of my last period, I would have been 3.5 weeks pregnant when I found out, and 4 weeks pregnant when I did the blood test. Also, I thought anyway. Coming up to 6 weeks, I had a scare. I had some spotting. It was kind of pink and brown, not thick, but not red, but enough to get me worried. It wasn't a slight spotting, it was a bit heavier than the spotting. It was mainly after I was working out as well. So I had to leave halfway through my aerobics class, and I knew I was pregnant through this aerobics class, but I just, you know, want to keep up my fitness. So, but I also wanted not anything to happen. So I went home, and I ended up booking an appointment with an ultrasound, and the ultrasound came back that I thought I was at the time turning 8 weeks, but in fact I was only turning 7 weeks, and the heartbeat of the baby was like only 118. So it was really low and weak, and I was like, okay, am I further along and I'm actually miscarrying right now? So I was really worried, but optimistic at the same time, because I was looking back through my heart rate, my baby heart rate photos and results from my pregnancy with Jackson, and it was 118 as well around the same time. So that kind of gave me a little bit of hope. But then you go into Google and you know, you kind of read these bad stories. But as it turns out, it's A-okay. So that actually gave me, that first scan gave me a scan, a due date of Christmas Day this year. And I wasn't really happy about that because I didn't really want to share the birthday, you know, his or hers birthday with Christmas Day. But obviously if it was, fine. So skipping forward, the next week then had diarrhea and morning sickness had started to kick in. I thought it was the worst morning sickness I ever had, but I think that was, you know, what's the bug that was making it worse. And ever since then I have had morning sickness, all day and all night sickness. And if I don't eat, it's horrible. I've thrown up a couple times. But I don't think the morning sickness is as bad as my other two. I'm not sure. So that was around the 7-week mark. I'm usually around the 7-week mark. With my other two pregnancies, my boobs have changed. They've gotten bigger and more tender. This time around, there is no change. Maybe a slight change in the size of my nipples. But yeah, there is nothing there still. I think it's because, you know, your body third time around now is like, okay, you've breastfed twice. We know what we're doing. The girls are like, yeah, we've got this, honey. You don't need to have any change until you have the baby and the milk comes in. So I think that's what's going to happen. You know, I think I had a friend who hadn't had any breast change as well and everything was fine. The breast change for me is just a more of an indication, knowing that, you know, the hormones are kicking in and everything's working okay. What else? So yeah, up to this week, I've still had the morning sickness. I've got bipolar energy where some days I'm great, some days I'm not. That's just motherhood, I think. Being pregnant with 2 other kids under 4, you know, you're just running around a lot more. You can't nap when you want to. I have to really make myself have a nap when they're asleep. They're asleep at the moment. I should be napping, and that's why I haven't vlogged before for a long time, because I would usually take the time now to nap or clean. But I'm making time for these videos now because I want to do this again. Other symptoms, peeing a lot more. I am waking up during the night. Insomnia, major. Like, I went to bed early, like 8:30 the night. I woke up at 11, couldn't go back to sleep until like 3. So that was really annoying and frustrating, especially because Ari still is kind of waking up during the night because she's got teeth and she's got hand, foot, and mouth at the moment. And, you know, and so on. Every mother knows the germs and the teeth are just crappy. And Jackson's kind of night training, night bedwetting training, you know, like, so having to deal with that as well. So I'm not getting a full night's sleep. So that's not making me too tired during the day, surprisingly. I'm still keeping myself really active. And I think that has a big, you know, change on my energy levels. I think I'm a lot more energized and go now, or it's just a pure adrenaline and I'm crazy and I just go. What other symptoms? Brain fart, that's another one. You know, forgetting things. I feel fit, but I get out of breath quite quickly. And food aversions, everything. I haven't had any food cravings. And if I do, it's a spur of the moment. Oh, like last time around, I think I craved runny eggs and chicken with Aria. This time around, it doesn't even faze me. Some days I love chicken, other days I don't want to look at it. So, or 1 hour I will love chicken, 2 hours later I'll think about it and I'll hate it. Or, you know, I've bought a Works burger the other day. The idea at the time seemed great. 10 minutes later when I looked at it, I'm like, nah, I'm not eating it. So I'm really bipolar with my food as well. It's incredibly frustrating. But other than that, I'm eating healthy, trying to. The only thing, a guilty pleasure would probably be ice cream or milkshakes. And thing I love or can probably just eat all day is oranges. And that was the same with Jackson. So maybe it's a boy. I keep wanting to say he all the time. So I don't know if that's a sign. We'll see in like 6 to 8 weeks time. What do we want? I think Ray wants a boy. I would like a sister for Aria, but I'd also like a boy as long as baby is healthy. Obviously, that's the main thing. I'm trying to get through this because I haven't got a lot of space on my phone. What else? I'm not sure the statistics with baby at the moment. I know it's upgraded to a fetus now and, you know, from an embryo. But I had a scan. I don't have the photo here, but, you know, I seen baby and had heartbeat. I think it was 150 something. So at the moment it's all great, and I'm having a nuchal scan next week. So fingers crossed that everything's in its place and everything is okay. The only change is probably my belly has popped a little bit more, a little bit sooner. And I think that's just because, like, your boobs, you know, like it knows your uterus is like, oh, I'm pregnant again. So that's that. I'll show you the belly. This is almost 12 weeks. So this isn't sucking in or anything. This is just normal. Did suck in. My underwear. You can't really see too much, but it's just bloat at the moment. Everyone loves the bloat. Yeah, so that's really, quickly, my feelings. If this cuts out, I'm going to have to make a 2-part. Hopefully I don't. But my feelings about this, okay, so I'm hoping any mum out there who have had 2 kids or 3 kids or 4 kids and they're having their, you know, other kid, I'm sure you have these mixed feelings of emotions of, I'm really excited, I can't wait to add to the family, can't wait for the kids to grow up with, you know, another sibling and have fun. You know, I can't wait to see who he or she looks like. But there's the other part of me where I'm like secretly, not freaking out, but just really anxious of, am I going to give third baby enough time and love and energy as I did with Aria and Jackson? I had these thoughts with Aria when I was pregnant with Aria, you know, worried that Jackson was going to left out, but not as hardcore. Now I'm like, am I going to have a disconnection from this baby when it's born because I'm worried about the other 2 at home? Or who knows? What if something's wrong with this baby and I've pushed my luck with my 2 healthy, beautiful children and I've got 1 of each, and, you know, what if something is wrong or happens, or how will I be, and how am I going to cope with looking after the house with 3 kids, money, how am I going to look after 2 dogs, you know, one's a horse, one's a little miniature dog, and, you know, there's chores with that, with picking up the dog poo, walking them, feeding them. I really had to crack down on my husband to really take care of them because it's not fair on them, because the horse, Grundle, he's like a Great Dane, he needs to be walked every day and he just can't be walked when I'm at home by myself because my husband works away. So, you know, there's little things like that that I kind of freak out about. You know, I am working 2 days a week at the moment, or 2 nights a week, so it's only 6 days, 6 hours usually. And that's good for extra money, but, you know, that's another thing. I won't be able to work full-time for another few years because I want to stay home with the kids and breastfeed and do all that. So that just means less income. I thought about all these things before I fell pregnant, but this time around it's more surreal, and it's like, I am pregnant, like, wow, this is actually happening. Our overall feelings, though, we feel very fortunate and lucky. I know I do, because if you followed me before with my TTC journey, it hasn't been easy for us to fall pregnant other times. So obviously, with everyone else out there who's TTCing, you know, it will happen for you. I am sure of it. Just keep going. For some reason, this time around, it just happened like that. I don't know if it's because we weren't trying. They say that when you're not stressed. So, you know, but we are feeling very fortunate, and fingers crossed everything's okay. And with this baby, and, you know, my other 2 kids love it. I'm sure they will. Aria's got this real personality. I should do an update on her. She's decided to start hitting Jackson on the head every time he takes something away from her. So that's fun. I'm sure third baby is going to love 2 older kids to contend with. But no, we're excited. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Give this a thumbs up if you're happy and excited for us, and if you want to follow us on our journey, because I will be doing pregnancy vlogs. I guarantee you. I know I'm not the most reliable, but I want to continue it because I did it with Aria and I like keeping a vlog. So thanks for watching. Comment below, introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you through YouTube, and you know, if you're pregnant, we can go through our symptoms and pregnancy stuff every week. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking by me and not unsubscribing. And I'll be talking to you next week after my nuchal scan. Bye.